What's good, Dame Nation, man? Right here, I've got a video that I've wanted to make for so long. And yes, it's a 2K video and we're back out here, man. And I miss making 2K videos just because I don't play 2K18 Park and I can't roll out content. I can't roll out tutorials if the game is this trash. Now right here, Wishlist. Y'all already read the title. I want to talk about everything that I want in 2K19. I'm not just going to make a video completely dissing 2K18. You know, this game is in the past. It's fully dead. I don't want to hear about it, alright? So basically, what we need, I think the most important thing, first thing on my list is a rep system. I think the biggest fold this year, there's obviously a ton of folds, but one of the biggest ones for sure was the fact that they removed rep. This really, I guess you could say, changed or altered the whole meta on Park because you're grinding for your players overall, and that's not right. Like, it's just not fun. Like, having a rep, you know, starting at rookie, going all the way up to legend, it's fun having a rank. Like, think of all the games where you have ranks, like Rainbow Six Siege, all the other games that you play, you basically have a rank, and that's what makes these games fun, because you can compare, like, oh, I just hit all-star, I just hit superstar, I'm higher than my friend, whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's competitive. But if we're grinding for overall, it's just not fun at all, and I honestly don't like that at all. And then bring our parks back, and just don't, like, I don't understand what their thought process was as to making the playground. Okay, it's one really boring, stale place that has the logos of the previous 2K's affiliations, but like, that's it. It's the same place, same thing every time, and that's a huge issue because that's not what we're looking for. I loved going from park to park, you know what I'm saying? I was a River City Rough Rider, and I love just, you know, playing on my home court and sometimes traveling around, playing in Sunset, Old Town, doing all that sort of good stuff because it was so much fun, and it just gave everything kind of like a loyalty perspective to the whole thing. Like, oh, I'm a River City Rough Rider, I'm an Old Town Flyer, and they had all those like competitions and events and all these other things that were just so cool, bro. And I don't know why, but they removed them. And, you know, I don't even, like, if they bring the same 3 back to 2K19, I won't be mad, but I hope that they can make the game more immersive, like bring more parks in, just completely rebrand and make new parks. Like, that would honestly make MyPark so much better. If you gave us rep back and you gave us new parks, that's pretty much all you need to do. Work on the gameplay, do this, do that, and the game is live again. Third up, improved badge system. Alright, so the badge system this year, I feel like it was kind of a fold. Like, I like how they tried to control how we use our badges, and, you know, depending on the blend that you make your player, you can upgrade this badge to silver and this one to gold or whatever it may be, right? But I just feel like it's just not good. Like, in 2K17, you could get, you know, obviously you'd get core badges on bronze, and you could get gold badges, you could get your Hall of Fame badges, and this was by upgrading too. It wasn't even by grinding, and I just feel like it would give Mycareer just a better take, because Mycareer just went into some sort of like badge grinding, overall grinding mania, and nobody plays Mycareer for Mycareer, and I feel like badges are the only reason that happened. And, you know, bring the grand badges back. Like, those grand badge tutorial videos that I made last year are what made my channel what it is, and I just love making those type of videos, and you know, just grinding for the grand badge and helping you guys out on how to get the grand badges. And just the grand badges just made it so cool when your player got hot and you were unstoppable. It was just so fun in 2K17. Now, non-clunky gameplay. I feel like this is something that they always talk about. Just improve the gameplay, okay? This year I felt like I was playing NBA Live. I don't like that. The player models were different, just the feel of the game. The way that they just, I don't know, anything, man. The animations in general just felt weird. It didn't feel like 2K. It didn't feel nowhere like 2K17. It was just so much smoother, and it looked better. And then, you know, Mycareer, man. I remember when I started playing 2K. I started playing 2K in 2K12, right? I made a Mycareer. I absolutely fell in love, and the game was so much more simple. You had a rookie showcase. You did that, and, you know, you played well or you played bad, and you got drafted, and then you played for a career team, and you got endorsements, and it was basic. but it was so much fun. And 2K11, which I later played, was so much fun because you had the combine. You started out a lower overall. You could go undrafted. You could go. It was just so much more fun because playing Mycareer actually meant something. It was what made 2K what it is today. That's the reason why in 2K10, 2K actually passed live, because it used to be live, and then 2K came in and just passed them. So I think it's pretty sad that nobody plays Mycareer for what it is anymore. I mean, I'm not gonna say nobody, but like, it's not like before where it's a game mode for you to go in, enjoy, man, make a player and have fun with it. It's not like MLB Road to the Show. It's not like The Journey in Madden, or like having a connected franchise player. It's just not the same. And talking about Mycareer, obviously the cutscenes, that's a huge problem. I think that they want to keep this as, I guess, child friendly as possible. I think 2K18 was rated E10 plus, but we cannot have these cringy cutscenes, okay? Like, it's so, like, the worst thing about the whole cutscenes this year was B. That's her name, right? Yeah, that Asian girl that's always in your house, does nothing with her life. She's ugly as hell, and she's just tagging along with you, pretending to be your friend, taking your money. And it's so corny, some of these storylines they come up with. Like, this is totally geared towards 8-year-olds. And I know 2K knows that most of their fan base is, teenagers, men in their like early mid-20s. You have to direct this more towards us. Make it more of a teenager, young adult, or adult type game. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to have obscene cutscenes or anything like that, but it would be so much better. And if we take it back to 2K16, you think Spike Lee, he took over that game. He started making the cutscenes, and I loved it because, a lot of people, they hated on it. But, obviously you had, what was this man's Boss Kiyat, and, he died, and with that whole mess that happened. But you actually felt like you were actually living a life with your story and your character. And, that whole year, the problem was that you didn't have a rookie year, but it was just so cool, the storyline. And yeah, it was kind of corny or whatever, but it was definitely a lot more geared towards the older players, or the majority of the players. And this year, it's just so corny. Like, you can think 2K17 with the whole frequency vibrations. By the way, how the hell do they come up with these names, bro? I don't even want to ask. Like, give us normal names, or like, let us input our normal name. That's another thing that I've been thinking for a while, is why are we having these generic names? Like, why? How hard is it to call us by the name? If I name my player Justin Torres, you should have all of those audio samples like they do in MLB Road to the Show, and you can call me by my actual name. You don't have to call me Prez. You don't have to call me Frequency Vibrations, any of that BS. I don't want to be called that. It's just not fun. And this your DJ. It's so corny. Now, obviously, I want to talk a lot about Mycareer. MyPark obviously has something that's a little more out there, and I pretty much covered the important stuff. But Mycareer, man, make it more immersive. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that why are we just having such a stale career? Like this year, for example, we go, we're, I guess, an undrafted. We never even applied for the draft, but we're just a normal basketball player. We show up to a street competition, we play well, or whatever. We get an invite to practice with an NBA team, and we make it. And that's pretty much what it's like. And I don't like that. I get that they're trying to have a different approach on the careers and the storylines every year, but you know how much more fun it would be if we could, for example, I think they started with the right foot in 2K16, alright? And you guys may be thinking like, man, 2K16 Mycareer wasn't that good. I really enjoyed it, okay? Because you start in high school, play a few games there, commit to a college, play 4 games there, then get drafted into the NBA or whatever. Like, I guess, when you're making a lot of players, it's a bit of a nuisance, but playing it is actually fun. And I had fun playing it. And if you date back to the older 2Ks, 2K15, 2K14, it was a lot more fun. But I want to see the combine. I want to see more college time, that's for sure. More college teams. I mean, I know that's all up to licensing and whatever teams they're allowed to use or whatever, the conferences. But I want to see more college teams. I want to see some more high school play and nice, like, lit-ass cutscenes, bro. Like, that would be so cool. And a lot of people, they hate cutscenes because, you know what I'm saying, they take up a lot of time. A lot of people, after you play it through the first time, you don't care. But give us an option to skip through cutscenes, like in general. Like when we start our Mycareer, how hard is it to implement a feature or like an option which says turn on cutscenes or turn off cutscenes. I think you could do is like when you make your first player, you have every cutscene and you don't have a choice. But after that, you can turn the cutscenes off and you can just make a player and just, I guess, just go straight in and grind it if that's what you want for Park. It would make so much more sense. And sometimes I think, like, what are they doing in the 2K headquarters? Like, why can't they just sit down and just listen to what the community's saying and to what people want and just go ahead and make their game so much better? Like, I'm 15 years old and I'm making this game way better than they are. It's honestly sad. If 2K19 is a fold, I think that's over for 2K and, you know, basketball games in general, because live is just ass. Like, EA should just stick to Madden. It's just, the basketball games, I guess, for 18 were horrible. If 2K19 is a flop, man, that's it. I guess you could say it's a rip for 2K, but I'm really, really, really hoping that it comes back because it's been my favorite game ever since I started gaming. And yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. Drop a like on the video, subscribe, go ahead and drop down in the comments below. Tell me what you want to see in 2K19. What are your thoughts on my opinions? Just go ahead, let's have a conversation in the comments. Go ahead, share this video. I'm on that 1,000 sub grind. We're getting closer and closer every day. Thank y'all for this. I'm out.